All right, now what's the next thing? You guys behave yourselves and then. Oh, hi. Sorry. I got talking to my food again. I apologize. Regular Guy Barbecue here. We are doing another cook today, and we want to show you what it is, and so you can maybe try something like this at your house too. Okay. But before we get started, let's go with this stuff. You guys know the routine by now. Subscribe and thumbs and thumbs and if you like the video. Notification bell goes ring-a-ding-ding, so you know every time we come on with another video. And of course, the most important thing for you guys to help us out, to help us grow the channel to be bigger and better than even I am. Wait, I'm just big. Anyway, share. Facebooks, Instagrams, wherever you want to share it, share. What's up?
Hey Scooby, have you checked out Regular Guy Barbecue on YouTube yet?
Is the mascot been on YouTube? You've been on YouTube to see if what we're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been on. So if my dog can subscribe, you guys should too, okay? Anyway, let's get to today's cook, shall we? Let's. We're actually doing two today, but we're going to show you this one in this video. We're going to make shish kebabs. And you know why? Because Robert's a friend of mine. You guys know Shish Kebab Robert, right? Shish Kebab?
What?
Well, I call him Bob for short.
What?
Shish Kebab Robert.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So what we have here is our local grocery store does what they call a burgundy spoon steak. And I had the meat person slice these into little chunks for me so we can do them on skewers. Sounded good to you? Now they've already been marinated, otherwise I would probably marinate them myself with my own.
They did the boring part for us.
Yeah, they did the boring part that takes 4 hours. They got that out of the way for us. Now if you guys don't have that at your store, make your own marinades, your own brines, however you want to do it. Get that meat nice and tenderized, and then you're right where we are.
Woo.
Wait, they're not in our kitchen, are they? Oh, good.
Let's go
I thought I was seeing people. The other thing we're going to add now, this part's debatable, and this part you need to be a little bit careful with, because some things you put on shish kebabs, you think traditionally with shish kebab, potatoes and onions and things like that, mushrooms. A lot of those things can cook very quickly, and they will dry out and get mushy when you're trying to get the meat done. Well, we've just went with some simple ones. We've got some red and green pepper,
Are you colorblind?
red and orange peppers that are cut into relatively smaller chunks, but still big enough where you can grab a hold of them. But there's a variety of sizes, and there's two reasons why there's a variety of sizes. Number one is I don't think every piece of our meat's going to be the exact same size. So we're going to try to put bigger pieces of meat with bigger pieces of pepper, smaller pieces of meat with smaller pieces of pepper. But more importantly than that is I'm not very good at cutting these things in equal sizes, so we just cheat. The other thing we have is some onions that we kind of quartered or eighth a whole onion.
There somewhere.
There's one right there. See, and we'll just do the same thing. We'll just pop these apart, bigger pieces with bigger pieces, smaller pieces.
Gotta test
them. Yes, absolutely. Smaller pieces with smaller pieces. Now I don't care much for onions for the most part. A few dishes I like them in. Girls love onions, so we're gonna put onions on.
As you saw,
we got to make the girls happy, right?
Raw onion.
The most important thing for me, number one, is having fun. Number two is making family happy. All right.
Onion.
So we started off inside the house because it's a little hot out there, and I wanted to let the temperature of the meat come up slowly. Now that it's coming up closer to room temperature, we're going to go outside. We're going to fire up the grill. Or actually, we use the smoker today. We'll use the smoker. We're going to fire up the smoker, and we will show you how we finish preparing this, and how we put them together, and how we cook them. Is that right? Let's go. Now we're ready for surgery, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're outside at the shed now, and we've got our charcoal chimney getting started. We're going to be using the vertical smoker for these today. We're going to do something that a lot of people may consider to be a reverse sear, but I want the smoky flavor in the meat. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a little bit of backwards traditional.
A little bit of Mardi Gras.
Little bit of
That's all we can say.
Anyway.
Copyright.
Little bit of something or other in my styes and eyes, poke in the eyes or something. Anyway, so as you can see, the guys did a pretty good job of dicing this steak up for me, but there are bigger pieces and smaller pieces, which I referenced earlier, which is why some of our vegetable are smaller and bigger. And again, I think I said I'm not very good at getting them equal. So, but the purpose of what I'm doing here, if you've seen some of our steak videos before, you'll kind of understand. If you haven't, please go back and watch them. You'll get a little bit more in depth as to why we're doing this. But even though these are already marinated in whatever their burgundy pepper consists of, I still want to add some seasoning to them to help tenderize them further and to also help them sweat a little bit.
I'll be sweating soon.
Yeah, it's pretty warm out here, so we'll be sweating in no time. So all I'm doing is just laying these out on the plates here, so I can have them get to even temperature, and then I can put even seasoning on, because I hate being odd, even though I'm very odd.
Even Stevens?
Even whoever Steven is. Steven. There we go. 1, 2, and we're going to need a third. So we'll get 3. Get on there. There we go. So we'll spread them out so they can be seasoned real well. There we are. And our seasoning we're going to use, and I'm going to take these out because they're kind of slimy now. The seasoning we've used in a few other videos. This is a mystery seasoning. I'm not exactly sure what's in here. I didn't make it. The label came off. I do know there's some salt in here, which we want a little bit of salt to help sweat the meat as it comes up to temperature. Now, does that mean, I don't know what else is in it. I know it tastes good on burgers, so it should taste good on this too. So we're just giving them a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of love. And we're going to probably let these sit for at least 15 to 30 minutes just to let the seasoning penetrate the meat, let the salts do the sweating parts, and all that good stuff. You guys know about that. Again, if you don't, please go back and watch our steak videos. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. In the meantime, not so meme time, it's meme time. So our charcoal is not up to full temperature, but I'm okay with that, because what I plan to do with this is use a little bit of kind of like the minion method, if you will. Like some of the stuff on the top here isn't fully lit yet. I'm okay with that. I want to low and slow out of this for a while until it all gets the temperature, so that'll be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up our vertical smoker with that pile of charcoal in the middle. And I know the bottom's hot because it's smoking. Usually where there's smoke, there's fire. You can see a lot of that isn't lit yet. But I know the stuff on the bottom is, and if it isn't, we'll just pretend it is.
Maybe.
There's a few that are lit there, see? Just a few. Oh, come on, you guys, get out of there.
They're like, no.
No, I don't wanna. I'm afraid of the dark. Alright, there we go. So I'll stack those up, and I'll make a pile out of them so they can burn down as they do their job. I might have to give this a little bit of help to get it a little bit hotter, but it should be okay. Gee whiz, I tell you, I am just all thumbs today. We know what it's like to be all thumbs, don't we, Storage Brats? Inside joke with those guys. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out Storage Brats yet, Storage Brats recently hit over 100 subscribers, and they did, and I think 3 of them succeeded at completing the Death Nut Challenge, which is way beyond my capacity.
What is that even?
So what it is it's 5 levels of hot flavored peanuts. And you start off at level 1, which is like, I don't know what the Scoville units on the lower levels are, but it's tangy hot. And then up, and then up, and then the last one's 16 million Scoville units.
I'd love to do it, but now it's my thing now.
No, it's...
I'd do it.
One day I might have done that, but man, that's really hot. Anyway.
Still recovering.
Yeah, me too. I got a long ways to go. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to let that go for a few minutes while the steak sits and does its thing. And as this thing starts getting closer to temperature and the charcoal starts to burn down a little bit in the pile, in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we're going to skewer up our meats and our veggies. We'll show you that, and then we'll get them on the smoker. Okay? Hurry back.
Yep.
Shish Kebabs video. So our meat's been sitting for a bit, and we're ready to go here. We're going to get it ready. Charcoal's still warming up. That's all right. So you guys have probably done this before. If you haven't, maybe this will be your big opportunity to give it a try. This is all relatively easy to do. You can just kind of do what you like to have on there.
Good way to get your anger out.
Yeah, you could pretend you're stabbing somebody you don't like. But anyway, we won't get into that. So shish kebabs, again, are pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure all of you have either seen them, had them, looked at them, made them, thought about them, tasted them, whatever.
Touched them.
Touched them.
Sniffed them.
Sniffed them. And I'm trying to look for pieces that are somewhat similar in size, because then they'll cook somewhat similarly in temperature. You know? So what we'll do is we'll just keep building these, and we'll fast forward through this, because I like to fast forward. I think it's fun. You know, and if you guys like to fast forward, leave a comment below saying, yeah, we like it when you fast forward. Or if you really want to sit here and watch me do this, say, no, we hate the fast forward. Please do everything slow and tediously.
I know, I like the fast forward because then it's less for me to edit.
It goes quicker, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's easier for them to watch, too, because then they don't have a half hour extra of just me doing this. So let us know what you think, and meanwhile, we will fast forward. Alright, let's come back into the thing. Alright, as you guys can see, this is going to take me quite a while, and you probably don't want to watch this much fast forwarding, because holy crap, it's boring. Even in fast forward, it's too slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Danielle put the camera down, and she's going to give me a hand getting these skewered up. And you hit a golf clap again, yay.
I got an arm clap.
Arm clap.
I hold my phone.
Yeah, so we're going to get that done. We'll show you what they all look like when they're done, and we'll move forward from there. It's Robert's time again. So here goes Robert, shish kebab. So we got them all done up, and you can see a couple of these I had to do just meat, because Danielle taste tested quite a few of the vegetables, because she likes them. But that's okay. They'll cook really nice. You go over here, you can check out our smoker. The charcoal's coming along pretty good. We're about ready to put that on and get the meat on. One other thing we need to add, num wood.
Num wood.
About that, right? We're just going to throw a big old chunk of apple on there, just to give us a little bit more smoke. And we'll get the smoker together. There we are. Take the lid off. And there we go. Okay. There we are. So, planning ahead, after last time we used this smoker, I cleaned it up a little bit beforehand.
Why would you do that?
Anyway, so contrary to when we did the bacon swirls, I'm not going to come over and get two at a time. I'm going to bring the whole thing over here and get them all on at once. Oh, she brought the other tray over. Nice.
I have an extra hand.
Might as well. Let's give it a hand.
No, you're not going to be able to fit them all.
You watch me. If I don't, I'll pretend. There's one. Oh, there's a big pile. Maybe not. Wait, we got a chunk of meat.
That's Scooby's.
That one's mine. Never mind the dog. So you can see some of them are bigger than others. Some are smaller. We tried to get some of the likes with the likes. You know, and they're not going to be perfect every time, but that's okay, because who wants to eat perfection? It's too cute. It's too pretty. Yeah, we're going to be close, aren't we? Think I can get them in there? I don't know. All else fails, stack them up. So there they go. There's our shish Roberts, or Bob if you want to be more formal, or more friendly. Anyway, we're going to be reverse searing this. We're going to smoke them for probably about a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, somewhere in that general vicinity, depending on how they feel when I think they're getting close to done, or it'll be time to sear them. Now, one of the things I am going to say is under normal circumstances, I'd shoot for medium, maybe medium rare on some of those pieces. Well, as we mentioned in the past in some of our other videos, my wife likes her steaks more well done. Because these are pre-marinated, because we're low in slowing them, I think the juice is going to stay in them. I don't think they're going to dry out if we cook them more to a medium well kind of an area. So I'm okay with that, but we'll just play it by ear and see how it goes. Temperature is going to be in the neighborhood of 250 to 275 degrees, again for 30 to 45 minutes before we go and try to sear them. So we'll let our vertical smoker do its magic, and then we will show you how they look once they get closer to done. Okay? Okay. All right, so we're sort of 10 or 15 minutes into these shish kebabs, and we're going to check them out here. They're running right about 250. So let's see. You can see there's starting to get that little bit of color. You can hear the sizzle.
Especially those onions.
Yeah, aren't they looking great?
They
So
are.
they're going to be another, 10, 15 minutes somewhere in there. If I can get the lid back on, they might cook better. Yeah, so there's that. No, I went with the skewers. There we go. Okay. We're going to let that do its thing for a little while longer. Check it out. In the meantime, I'm getting another charcoal basket lit for King Kong here, because we're going to do, as I said, we're going to do a reverse sear on those shish kebabs. So we'll show you that once they get ready for that. Okay? Okay, gang. So we got King Kong set up here with a whole bunch of charcoal, because we're going to do some direct heating on these things to finish them off. Num wood just because, you know, this isn't going to be a smoking process, but we like num wood, so we throw it on anyway. Yep. All right, so we got about probably 35-40 minutes. Maybe these have been in there. Take a look, see what you think.
Ooh.
Not coming out too bad. We got some color to them. They're cooking up nicely. So what we're going to do is we're literally going to grab them and transfer them right onto the direct heat. Now we're only going to go probably, you know, 3-4 minutes, something like that, with these on the direct heat, because they've already been cooked for the most part. We just want to sear them a little bit. That's all we're looking to do. And you can see there's still quite a bit of juice running out of those. They're doing really good. Some are more done than others. There's that meat one. That's going to be our taste tester. Hey, there's a lot of smoke coming out of there. A lot of smoke coming out of there. You know what? I might pull one of these off. We can taste test it now. Just because we can. You getting samples?
Oh my god.
Good stuff, huh?
Ow.
Oh, we lost an onion.
That's hot. Don't pull bare hand off the grill.
That's the reason I have gloves on.
It was just there for the taking.
Oh, that's true. Well, that wind is blowing just right today. Can't see, can't breathe.
I can't breathe on a daily basis.
That's true, but that's another story. All right. So again, we're just going to give these a couple of minutes. If I can get the last two off here. There we are. Yeah. Just a couple of minutes to kind of give them a quick heat to sear them up a little bit. In the meantime, let's come over to Frankencart over here, because I pulled one of these meat ones off. Had the smaller chunks of meat on it. They're really hot. Oof.
Yeah, I know, I burnt my fingers.
I brought my wheel hand. Now, in fairness, this probably could have came off about 5 minutes sooner. But that's all right. That's all it takes is just a few minutes. Sear them up a little bit. We're going to pull them right back off again. The steak pieces are kind of well done, maybe medium well done. I'll show you one of them in a minute here. That's a little one there. That one's probably go over. That's right. There we go. We'll get them all off the fire. There we are. Let me grab a knife quick and I'll just cut one of those open so you can see them.
Dang, flies are all over the place.
Yeah. Flies love food too.
You blame them?
Well, not when I cook. There we go. So there's all your vegetables in there, nicely cooked and everything like that. Here's a bigger piece of this. Yeah, absolutely. You can see that's pretty well done.
Hopefully they heard my crunch.
And I think I would have been happier if they'd have been off about 5 minutes sooner, maybe 10. But again, my wife likes them well done, so I don't know which ones she's going to eat, so I got to make them all that way. But the flavors are incredible.
Speaking of who?
Well, before you can't see me anymore from the smoke coming out of that grill,
Send silk signals.
I want to say thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Another wonderful meal we're going to have today. Easy enough to do. You can see all the steps that we put in. Try it out yourselves, see how it goes. Because we ultimately want you guys to have the confidence to do things like this yourself, and you can enjoy foods like we do. So like, subscribe, bell notification, ring a ding, and share to all your places that you like to go on social media, what we call the fire department here. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to go live in the fog. I'll see you soon. Take care.